Let's look at the green Goliath wearing a uniform, wearing clothes. So if this concept art is real, which I think it is, then we're going to get a very different Hulk to the one that we've seen previously. And that fits in perfectly with what Mark Ruffalo, the actor who plays Bruce Banner in the Hulk, said while promoting Thor Ragnarok.
Basically, Kevin pulled me aside before this and he said, if we were going to do a standalone Hulk movie, what would it be? And I said, well, I think it should be this, and this, and it ends up like this. He's like, well, why don't we do, I love that, why don't we do that in the next 3 movies? Starting with Thor 3, then we go into Avengers 3 and 4. And I was like, that sounds great. And so we're at the beginning of this arc, and so, yes, Hulk speaking is part of that, the start to separating out of these two individuals, these identities and this split identity person, and where that's going to end up going.
So in Ragnarok, Hulk begins to talk.
Earth hate Hulk.
But when Banner comes back, he has no idea where he is or what has happened.
What happened to your hair? Oh, some creepy old man got it off.
Showing that they are two distinct entities, having completely separate minds. However, in Infinity War, after getting absolutely pummeled by the Mad Titan Thanos, he refuses to come out. And this scene of him refusing to come out is ripped actually from the comics in Incredible Hulk issue 376, titled Personality Conflict. So anyway, let's talk about that whole comic book storyline. Banner in the comics was talking to 2 versions of the Hulk that he had inside of him, in his mind, the Grey Hulk and the Green Hulk. The Hulk has always been a powerful, dark, and twisted reflection of Banner, and he had 2 versions of the Hulk. Banner created the Grey Hulk as a more intelligent and calmer version of the Hulk, but was also more cunning, hedonistic, and even a mob boss in Vegas for a time, known as Joe Fixit. And then there was the Green Hulk, who is more common and known as the Savage Hulk. When the comic starts, the Savage Hulk is locked away in his mind. Grey Hulk confronts Green Hulk, and Banner closes the door of his mind behind them both. So Bruce is cruising along with Betty Ross. Anyway, he sees Marlowe, who he used to date when he was the Grey Hulk, when he went by the name Joe Fixit, the mob boss. Green Hulk and Grey Hulk are going crazy in his mind, and they're both fighting each other, fighting for control of his mind. But Bruce is able to take control and says that Banner is the strongest one out there. The Green and Grey Hulk stop fighting for a time, and Doc Samson is able to sit them all down and talk, as it were, inside of Bruce's mind. Doc Samson tries to integrate all 3 personalities, the Grey Hulk, Green Hulk, and Banner, and in order to do this, Bruce has to face up to some traumatic and painful events of his past. And it's at this time that Bruce, in his mind, recalls the real monster in his life, and he recalls how his father, Brian Banner, had abused and later murdered his mother. And the reason why Bruce locked away his emotions is because he was so mad and so afraid of his father, that monster who had killed his own mother. Bruce had created the Green and Grey Hulk to represent the different parts of his personality. The Green Hulk fueled by rage, and the Grey Hulk fueled by pleasure. In a beautiful scene, after he realizes that he doesn't have to fight his father anymore, he's able to overcome this monster, and his mother appears in his mind, telling him that he doesn't need to fight anymore and can just be at peace, the true Hulk. And so all of these Hulks and Banner merge together. So the new Incredible Hulk has the intelligence of Banner, the strength of Green Hulk, and the cunning of Grey Hulk. However, he doesn't lose control. But there's an adjustment period, and for a while, he still walks around with no shirt, until issue 382, where he dons a uniform that is not too dissimilar to the one in the concept art, apart from the chest being unzipped. But in the comic, the Hulk jokes that he couldn't close the zipper on account of his massive pecs.
Gaze upon my glorious pectorals.
The artist also drew his face to look less like a monster and more like Banner, which is also consistent with this concept art. This version of the Hulk was known as the Merged Hulk or Professor Hulk, and he joined a superhero team known as the Pantheon, hence the uniform.
I smashed you.
Yeah, sure.
Baby arms.
What?
Baby!
In the movies, they skipped the whole cunning mob boss Grey Hulk and rather evolved the character in Thor Ragnarok to be able to speak and live a somewhat hedonistic lifestyle, being the champion gladiator on Sakaar and sitting around all day beating up people, eating grapes, and drinking with Valkyrie. Then, in Infinity War, he showed the personality conflict that exists between Banner and Hulk. And to close out this arc, I think that we're going to see Hulk and Banner merge to be this Hulk in the concept art, one that has the Hulk's strength and Banner's intelligence. But it'll be interesting to see if Avengers 4 will tackle his mother's death at the hands of his abusive father Brian.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
And I think that they may give the same backstory to Bruce in the movies as they did in the comics, and that he doesn't need to be angry anymore, and that he can have peace and still have the power of the Hulk. So do you think that Hulk and Banner will merge in Avengers 4? And do you think that Banner will face his past hurt and overcome it? It's a pretty hectic topic to tackle in the movies, but with all this new intelligence and drama that's going to happen in Avengers 4, hope that they don't forget about the best thing about Hulk. What makes Hulk Hulk? Hulk smash! Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and then share it. Please subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to make sure that you don't miss out on any Crafty Media content. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers for now.
I know you're in there, Banner. I'll get you out.